Hey friends, this is Mike, the lookout guy. I've been quiet this past year, not because I stopped caring, but because life got real. Between my son's medical needs and rising podcast costs, I had to pause and hold tight to what matters. But the world hasn't stopped turning, from SpaceX launches lighting up our skies to indie artists needing a voice. There's so much to talk about, and I'm ready to look out again. If you found value in this show, I'm asking for support. Not through subscriptions or merch, just free will gifts. You can tip via PayPal at paypal.me/MichaelDT. Every bit helps keep the Lookout Guy on the air and moving toward live video streaming. Thanks for listening. And again, you could reach me with any tip, gift, whatever you want to call it, paypal.me/MichaelDT. Let's keep looking out together on the Lookout Guy podcast. And before we dive into Jamaica's storm cams, I want to make a legacy moment. 2 years ago, I released a tribute episode honoring my good friend Sean M. Chrisagis, featuring his twin brother, Brian Z. Chrisagis. It's still on Spotify, and it threads grief, gospel, and generational ministry. Brian's testimony, woven with indie artists like Ricky Davis and Kimberly Ward, reminds us that storms, whether personal or environmental, are thresholds. You can find that episode at the link below. Brian's testimony, woven with this episode's indie artists and Jamaica's nation's live cams before and after Melissa puts her ferocious eye on the island nation, reminds us that storms, whether personal or environmental, are thresholds. As Hurricane Melissa approaches Jamaica's southern coast, we're documenting the storm's imminent arrival, its pre-landfill rhythms, and its unfolding impact through a network of live cams across the island. Each frame offers a time-stamped witness to environmental resilience, infrastructural strain, and community presence. Whether you're tracking the storm's trajectory, studying Jamaica's flood-prone corridors, or archiving this moment for future modeling, and I'm not going to worry about what my screen looks like so much as normal with my video podcasts. I'm just going to go with the flow and try to make this as simple as possible. I'm going to be playing some music while all the live cams are set up, and I'm going to set them up as I read my rough draft to what after this production is finished, because I can't go live. I wish I could. It'd be much easier, but thank God for AI. It takes a whole lot more stress off of the final actions before putting all of this in blog form and getting all the video online and all of its streaming places. So, Jamaica Hurricane Melissa live cams, and these are all available on YouTube. And don't forget my good buddy Brian Chrisagis. He's going to be at the end of this broadcast. Okay, let's go to this one. Continuous feeds from Kingston, St. Catherine, Clarendon, and more. Includes Halfway Tree, downtown Kingston, Flat Bridge, and other key locations. Real-time traffic and pedestrian flow at one of Jamaica's busiest intersections, and you could already see with Daven House, Kingston, Jamaica spotlight cam that people are bustling. Oh, that was just a spurt that you just saw. But let's go to this. Real-time traffic and pedestrian flow at one of Jamaica's busiest intersections. And this one being Halfway Tree Clock live 24/7 in Kingston, Jamaica. This is the street cam, and they actually just changed views. So all these street cams are active. Somebody's remotely controlling them. more than usual, so that's nice. So I have gathered 2 live cams, and the last link I had is this one, Major Hurricane Melissa, Kingston, Jamaica, 9 cams and Air Marine scanner. And this is from a site based in Tampa. I'll read it, and I'm going to have to give them credit after this is done. Live special coverage, Major Hurricane Melissa, streaming now on Starship After Dark, at Starship After Dark. Experience real-time coverage from Kingston, Jamaica as Major Hurricane Melissa slams the island with devastating winds, flooding rains, and dangerous storm surge. This multi-camera live feed features 9 real-time webcams from across Jamaica alongside a live scanner feed monitoring air traffic, marine operations, and emergency communications throughout the region. So if you like to locate this on YouTube after the show, it's a really great reference for a natural disaster. God bless them for doing what they're doing. They were a lot more detailed than I could imagine doing by myself. And like I said earlier, thank God for AI. It's me all alone, but AI helps me gather a lot of things a lot quicker and a lot more stress-free. So that's how I will be using it. Look at all these locations. Kingston Harbor. Okay. Look at this. Live camera locations. Kingston Harbor. Halfway Tree Clock. Flatbridge, Jamaica. Downtown Maypen. Crossroads, Kingston. Downtown Kingston. Barbican, St. Andrew. Little London, Westmoreland. And Devon House, Kingston. All eyes are on Kingston. All eyes are on Jamaica. And one ugly eye is about to wreak havoc. So lots of prayers going up for Jamaica. It's just stalled for so long. And that is the first miracle that I am calling on this hurricane, is that it has stalled for so long that Jamaica had ample time to prepare. And I've seen videos of people logging their efforts as they go and showing how they're preparing and graciously giving us updates. So let's keep going here. Okay, so on the bottom left we have 9 cams, 9 live cams. And as I look to see, the 2 that I have up above, they are different from these 9, so that's good. Let's see what this one looks like. It's pretty bright. It has a light shining on it, and it is not any of the other 9, so that's great. I always have to triple check everything. It takes a lot of time, but that's just the way it is. Okay. And there's my mug down below here. So now as we have these going, let's go forward with some music from some artists that I'm going to describe right now. I want to play some video songs as we watch all these live cams together from Kimberly Ward music from the Georgia and North Carolina regions. Kimberly Ward is a young mother of 2 wonderful children, a boy and a girl, whom I had the privilege to meet them all a couple of years ago at the Atlanta International Singer-Songwriter Awards. She was nominated in several album and song categories, while I was finalist for a couple of media categories. Kimberly Ward is an accomplished gospel, indie, and church pianist, singer and songwriter. And then Wolfe Milestone from Canada. And I want to play Wolfe Milestone's country music song, Where My Truck Stops. Milestone is an accomplished award-winning indie country artist, and Vedi, I'm going to play her latest classical song available online. Vedi is a young and extremely accomplished Russian composer, singer, songwriter, instrumentalist, proficient on piano, keyboards, and violin, and recently achieved conductor status. And I want to play the latest from Sticktight Akins from Kentucky. He's currently in production of a cinematic video production of his yet-to-be-released new song. All right, here is my good friend Kimberly Ward. Her song, Set Me Free. And at the top of my head, she has a new release really soon coming out. She's just about ready for it. If I could remember, it's titled, It's a Shame That Society Cannot Trust Each Other. Not sure of the exact words, but it's along those lines. But it's going to be an interesting song and an experiment on additional genres that Kimberly is adding to her repertoire. But here she is with Set Me Free on the Lookout Guy podcast.
In life I found out that most people want freedom in their lives, freedom from the lies surrounding them. Freedom from the pain, nothing left to gain. Would do almost anything not to feel this way, but coping today. Rescue me and help me, set me free, set me free. All I want is freedom. I want my life back. How'd I get so off track? Set me free. In life I can tell that most people want freedom from their mind, freedom they can find self-satisfied. An empty hole that's missing, freedom from the guilt, freedom from the shame, never feeling the same. Rescue me and help me, set me free, set me free. All I want is freedom. I want my life back. How'd I get
And that was Kimberly Ward. Kimberly Ward from Georgia, North Carolina, gospel indie. Kimberly Ward is a multi-nominated gospel and indie singer-songwriter, pianist, and a mother of two. Her artistry blends heartfelt worship with Southern storytelling, and she's been recognized across several categories at the Atlanta International Singer-Songwriters Awards that I earlier mentioned, and her latest release, Set Me Free, showcases her spiritual depth and music versatility. AI is pretty smart, aren't they? They could really write things up. This is what you get when you have a team. All right. Thank you for joining me on the Lookout Guy podcast. Coming up now is Wolfe Milestone. And in order, it's going to be country artist from Canada, Wolfe Milestone, followed by Vedi from Russia, Sticktight Akins from Kentucky, and my good friend Brian Z. Chrisagis. I call him Chrisagis. I think it's either or. You can say Chrisagis or Chrisagis, but I think it's Chrisagis. I have to ask him. Wolfe Milestone from Canada. Wolfe Milestone is an award-winning Canadian indie country artist known for his heartfelt ballads and road-tested storytelling. His song Where My Truck Stops is a fan favorite, blending classical country themes with a modern indie edge. And here he is with Where My Truck Stops on the Lookout Guy podcast.
Well, I'm heading down the highway, I don't know where. No set direction, I just don't care where my truck stops. I'll call home. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. Well, I packed up my life in this old pickup truck. I left behind your memories of my bad luck. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. And the wheels on my truck just keep on rolling. As far as I can, I'll keep on going. The taillights in my mare, the white lines up ahead. The wheels on my truck just keep on rolling. A woman you've always been. You drove me to hell and back again. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. Well, I'm leaving the east and I'm heading west. The further from you will be the best. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. And the wheels on my truck just keep on rolling. As far as I can, I'll keep on going. The taillights in my mare, the white lines up ahead. The wheels on my truck just keep on rolling. I'm rolling. I won't see you no more. I'll be rolling. Come on, come on. I'm rolling. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, that was my good buddy Wolfe Milestone. I also met him at the first time that I was at the Atlanta International Singer-Songwriter Awards in 2022. And I went 2 years in a row, 2022 and 2023. And I missed the last two, 24 and 25. But that's my good old buddy Wolfe Milestone on the Lookout Guy podcast. And Vedi is a Grammy-nominated, multi-award-winning Russian composer, conductor, and instrumentalist. Proficient in piano, violin, and keyboards, she's known for emotionally resonant compositions and historical tributes. Her recent work, Voices of Angels, honors children lost in World War II concentration camps and was a winner in the Ruzikova composition competition. Here she is with Voices of Angels, Concerto for Baroque Violin. next is Sticktight Akins from Kentucky. Sticktight Akins is a Kentucky-based country artist currently producing a cinematic video for his upcoming release. Known for gritty storytelling and original pride, his past work includes Cornbread Mafia and Hillbilly Hollywood, both celebrated for their raw authenticity and visual flair. And he's another artist that I met both times at the Atlanta Singer-Songwriters Awards, International Singer-Songwriters Awards Convention. And I mentioned Cornbread Mafia and Hillbilly Hollywood, but this is his latest, released on YouTube last month, of Hammond's Creek Road, from his official music video on the Lookout Guy podcast. And following Sticktight Akins is going to be my good friend Brian Z. Chrisagis on the Lookout Guy podcast.
And a gun you can feel it here in the air. Buckshot through a no-gate sign that says trespassers beware. All the stories and secrets it holds will chill you to the bone. If you're running at night, you better think twice about going down Hammond's Creek Road. Going down Hammond's Creek Road. Was an old man that made moonshine back in the day. Never harmed anybody and didn't have much to say. You treat him right, he'll serve you up with the best liquor around. You cross him once, it's all it'll take for him to put you where you won't be found. Put you where you won't be found, yeah. And a gun you can feel it here in the air. Buckshot through a no-gate sign that says trespassers beware. All the stories and secrets it holds will chill you to the bone. If you're running at night, you better think twice about going down Hammond's Creek Road. Going down Hammond's Creek Road. Came home one night with a bruise around her eye. She was running from that old boy and he wasn't too far behind. There's things in this world you don't do, and he learned without a doubt. That night he went down Hammond's Creek, but he never made it out. He never made it out, no. And a gun you can feel it here in the air. Buckshot through a no-gate sign that says trespassers beware. All the stories and secrets it holds will chill you to the bone. If you're running at night, you better think twice about going down Hammond's Creek Road. Going down Hammond's Creek Road. You better think twice about going down Hammond's Creek Road. Going down Hammond's Creek Road. Going down Hammond's Creek
Road. And that was Sticktight Akins on the Lookout Guy podcast. Coming up now is Brian Chrisagis singing his hit song, A Shepherd's Prayer, and this is taken from a television show a few years ago. And Brian has yet to do any professional productions on his own because just a couple of years ago, his identical twin brother, Sean, passed away. And I used to play their music as a radio station DJ in Ashland, Virginia. And I had many a good times in the production room just listening to their albums. And now in the days, this was back in around 1990 to 1994. Now we're in the days of streaming, and we could just find everything. But I am staying in contact with him, and he has a show about overcoming, and he is a prime example of overcoming in times of tragedy. And this is what our show is about today also, along with Jamaica's Hurricane Melissa that is right at their door. So in conclusion of this episode of the Lookout Guy podcast, I bring to you my good friend Brian Z. Chrisagis with their song, A Shepherd's Prayer, on the Lookout Guy podcast.
Was the night before Christmas, and my only desire was peace among kids and to rest by the fire. I just settled down in my favorite chair when I heard a small voice and a cry of despair. As I stared at the hearth, I saw a strange sight. Our nativity scene in the flickering light seemed almost alive. But how could this be? One lonely shepherd was calling to me. Move me closer, move me closer, move me closer to the child. Let me see him, let me hold his hand. Move me closer to the child. Well, as you can well imagine, I was a bit surprised. So with a shake of the head, a rub of the eyes, I took another look. And what did I see? Without a doubt, he was looking at me. Well, it seems that in the hustle and bustle of things, in the wrapping of gifts and the building of swings, in assembling his scene, I'd been a bit hurried. And understandably so, he was just a little bit worried. So move me closer, move me closer, move me closer to the child. Let me see him, let me hold his hand. Move me closer to the child. You see, candy canes and holly trim, it didn't mean a thing to him if they kept him from his post beside the child that he loved the most. So as strange as I know that it may seem, whether it was or even wasn't a dream, I placed him back where he belonged as he sang again his simple song. And now when we at Christmas share, we sing his song, The Shepherd's Prayer. Would you sing this with me? Move me closer, move me closer, move me closer to the child. Let me see him and let me hold his hand. Move me closer to the child. Move me closer to the child.
Brian Z. Chrisagis on the Lookout Guy podcast, and you see his brother walk on the stage right after the show. What a beautiful picture. I cannot say enough about my good friends Brian and Sean Chrisagis and all of the guests that I had on this episode of the Lookout Guy podcast. Thank you very much for joining me. And I never know how each episode is going to turn out. For the past year plus, I've been navigating through all of the AI changes, and believe me, I'm way ahead of so many more podcasters, because each time I go to do a show, AI has more surprises. So on this episode, I tried to keep it as simple as possible. And going forward, I'm hoping to be live very soon and a lot more precise in the production quality. And this one, I just popped up all the YouTubes and everything as I gain more files, because I lost many of them getting off of cloud storage. That was another challenge for continuing my show, because I could no longer pay for cloud storage. But I lost a lot of my files. But as I gain more files from more indie artists, it's going to be beautiful on the Lookout Guy podcast. And many prayers going out to Jamaica. And before concluding, I'm going to, now this is off the cuff. I'm not going to get all production technical. I had a link, and I believe I lost it, for an update for Jamaica. So this is going to be the latest update, still pre. It's going to be late tonight. Already it's 9:37, and it may be hitting right now as we speak. So I'm just going to do let me bring this window over here, and I'll just pull some random video from some news network. Let's see, that's 37 minutes ago. The latest, that's an hour. TMZ, let's see what TMZ's got to say. It's still before landfall. A monster storm is barreling towards Jamaica, and dramatic video from a hurricane hunter shows the eye of Hurricane Melissa, and it looks like it's going to be a big one. Let's get this from the beginning. Was that. I'm going to conclude this by reading this article. A monster storm is barreling towards Jamaica, and dramatic video from a hurricane hunter, which we just saw, shows the eye of Hurricane Melissa, and it looks like it's going to be a big one. Check out this clip when we just checked it out from meteorologist Jeremy DeHart. He shared it on his social media today, and he says it's from a Teal 74 mission into the heart of the storm. The video showed walls of clouds form in a cylinder as the plane flies through the eye, And DeHart says, a clear of an eye as you will see in the Atlantic Basin. Melissa has 175 mile per hour winds, but it's calm inside the eye, and you can even see clear blue skies above the clouds. Jamaica is bracing for impact. The storm is expected to hit today or Tuesday morning, and that's tomorrow morning, and evacuations are underway. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is expecting things to be really bad on the island, telling CNN he doesn't think there's any infrastructure within this region that could withstand this hurricane. And what more can they say? They had that to say. Prayers are going out for them before Hurricane Melissa. And I want to go on record that the first miracle of this whole event is the amount of time that the hurricane is stalling. It has given Jamaica ample time to prepare. So God's safety, God's angels, and God's protection for that whole island of Jamaica. Thank you for joining me once again on the Lookout Guy podcast. This concludes this episode.